Alrighty, guys, we're heading into the divisional games of the playoffs this weekend. I got 3 picks for you guys. Starting off, pick number 1, we're going over to rush yards and down to Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey has been playing fantastic over these past few weeks. Just last week, he put up 120 yards against Seattle. Now, this week, he's going against Dallas. Dallas is for sure has a better run defense than Seattle. However, McCaffrey is one of, if not the biggest threat on the San Francisco team. He will be utilized 65.5. I see him getting that. Brock Purdy's been playing great, but then again, what's this? Is like his 6th game or so. They're going to rely on the run game. Well, first they're going to see if the run game works. Hopefully it does, and if not, then they'll go to Purdy. But McCaffrey is going to be the first weapon they go to. So that's pick number 1. Already for pick number 2. We're staying with rushing yards, and we're going over to Saquon. We are going to be taking the under on Saquon. Saquon is a terrific running back. I think everyone knows that. However, the Giants' run game isn't where it needs to be. Last week, he put up 53 yards. Granted, Minnesota has a horrible pass defense, so the Giants were reliant on the pass game. The week before that, 58 yards against Indianapolis. Minnesota again, 84 yards. Washington, 87. And then Philly at 28. 70 is just, it's so high for him. Philly has a really good defense, one of the top 3 in the league. If Giants want to put up points, they're going to have to pass the ball, especially after, Daniel just putting up 300 yards this past weekend in Minnesota, playing terrific. They're going to have to repeat that if they want to beat Philly. Now, I do see Saquon getting some receptions in the backfield. Last week, I took the over on receiving yards for him. That paid out. He put up a bunch of yards. I would expect a similar performance to last week, but less running yards. I don't even think he hits this 53. So that's pick number 2. All right, lastly, for pick number 3, we're going over to pass yards and down to Trevor Lawrence. So Trevor Lawrence, he's been a wild card, man. He plays great some weeks, not so good others. Last week, he had the comeback for the history, throwing 4 interceptions in the first half and then playing terrific the second half. He managed to put up 288 yards, even with a non-existent first half. He's going against KC this week. I would argue that Chargers' defense is better than KC's. KC gives up a lot of points, and I would expect Trevor to easily hit this 245.5. I do think this game is going to be closer than most people think. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch, and I can't wait for this game. So that's it, guys. Those are my 3 picks for the week. Let me know what you think about the picks. As always, if you want to play on Prizepicks, check out the link in the description, and I'll see you guys next week.